Hello, everyone. This is Robert Paltz. I have survived a week of grandparents camp. It's where the grandchildren come visit us, and several things have happened. So, all righty, you should be seeing this. Part of this last week, I was able to get on some of the Facebook sites, and I began sharing when people were asking for transcriptions of documents. I did it 3 times actually. I started transcribing documents for them using AI. And Denise asked if I could take and document this, so I'm going to do it on here. First off, I'm not a professional or an expert genealogist, just an amateur like you. I've been doing this since 1992, and I see this actually this entry into AI as a hedge against Alzheimer's. All the new stuff that I can take and learn that's not old stuff, supposed to take and help you with Alzheimer's. This is a VLOG, VLOG. That's a new term for me, which is a collaborative effort. I'm looking for feedback on what I do and suggestions for doing things better. Corrections and stuff in my comments for me and my loyal viewers. I have quite a few viewers now that have started to follow me, and I really appreciate that. A big thank you to those that have provided comments in the past. I think it enhances the channel completely. It certainly has taken and saved me a lot of time. I also do the videos for those people that feel that I go too fast. So they can stop and view and rewind the video and look at it. And they can also take and they can set it to run at a slower speed. All the views expressed are mine. I'm a member of 7 genealogy and historical societies currently. I try to keep it at about 7. Most of them are location orientated. 3 of them, though, or 4 of them are educational for me. And I do administer these Facebook sites. If you have those surnames, please come join us and contribute to the conversation. Okay. Caution: AI is not a final solution. We still need you. Yeah, human beings can't be left out of the picture. Just like OCR, AI can misinterpret characters. The OCR is kind of a version of AI. Thanks to the 1950 census learning experience for all those AIs, the interpretation of English handwriting is around 80%, depending on which experts you believe. That's basic. Listen to a lot of people's other people's YouTube videos. Looks like English is coming in about 80% correct. And then also from my research on German script, I've been led to believe the AI interpretation of that language is 40%. That's, it doesn't have as much experience yet. They are getting it really fast, and so it's probably be better very soon. And the 80% is probably improving too. AI is always improving, and by the time you see this, the numbers may be improved. Okay, covered that. To net it out, we still need you to edit and verify the transcript. Expect a 40 to 80% correct results using ADI. What it really does is form a framework for you. Translating the information from one language to another. Now, translating has all the issues and challenges that we have experienced in the past when we used Google Translate, which is a form of AI. A logistics expert will always outdo AI at its current development. But if you do not have access to an expert or you can't afford one, I find the result very useful for my genealogy research. It gives me a framework to take and look at the data, and I can often derive the data from what the AI gives me. I've started keeping using the Zotero to keep track of the AI instructions. I've been doing all my instructions, and this has only occurred in the last month or so. I have some AI experience before that. Each AI has a different limitation. I'm going to show you 2 today, I hope. My primary tool is Gemini. It's because it's a free version. I use free versions only. I haven't bought any subscriptions yet. I don't see a need to yet. I'm getting what I need out of the free versions. I may eventually buy a subscription, but that's when they'll do uh, much better jobs of deep research and stuff like that. And they're getting there. They're really getting close. I have friends that have subscriptions, and I see their results from time to time. And I'll be frank, I'm tempted. Okay, I use Gemini as my primary because it doesn't have a limit. I can put in as many as I want to. I use ChatGPT as my backup, and I'll show you both of these today, hopefully, if everything goes right. But it has a limit of 5 instructions a day, so you got to be real careful how you instruct these things to work. What I'm showing you today will be really simple. I will often use both Gemini and ChatGPT to see the difference in results. I develop the instructions on Gemini, and then I'll copy those instructions to ChatGPT. Uh, I do that because it only has a five instruction limit in a day, and so Gemini is unlimited. So I do a lot of work on Gemini, so it's my primary go-to AI thing. And then I'll move over to ChatGPT sometimes just to see the difference. And I did that in this case. There are other AI tools. So let's see, where am I going? Okay, let's go back one. Let's show you first off, this is how I have it in Zotero. I always try to show you Zotero. And so these are the various AIs I've used. And I've collected various information here. And I brought up details on ChatGPT and on Gemini just to show you the kinds of things that I'm going through. So let's say, what are we doing today? We are looking at military transcribing. So when you look at, nope, it's just got transcribing the attached. What have I got transcribe here? So I've done 3 transcribes here, and then I've done a duplicate on ChatGPT. So buried in these messages, you can see it's just transcribed the attached, and it gives the answer that I got from it. Okay, that's I keep that so I can take and go back and look at it and maybe improve my instruction set. Instructions are extremely critical in AI, and I have really been challenged with some of my stuff. I'm currently doing a source one for the people that are following me on Roots Magic information, and it is some fun. I'm up to 12 times trying it. Oh, let's go back and I'll show you that one. That would be a good thing to show you. Okay. Let's see my source Texas. I'm up to 14 times. I'm sorry. At 14, and I'm not there yet. It has not read the Roots Magic source page for me the way I want it to. Okay, next. How I approached Denise's first thing is I downloaded the document that she had put on the screen. I opened this document up in Image Viewer, and then using the snipping tool, I clipped it off. So this is what I did. And let's see, I brought that up here. Oops, that's the piece that's repaired. Okay, so this is the document that she had, and then I just come down and get the window snipping tool. Let me bring that over so you can see it. And it comes up like this. And I went new, and I went down here, and I went across here like that. Oh, before I did that, I blew this up. Let me drop that out a minute. I blew this up as big as I could get it and keep it on the screen. And then I took and did the snippet tool, new, and I came across here and collected that. And that's the piece that I input to the AIs. Okay. So I just took the part that she was interested in. If you do the whole thing, it'll do the whole thing for you. And it did one of her other questions that she had asked was on the whole thing. So let's get back to this. And then I open the document in the image viewer and I use the sniffing tool. So we just went through all that. And the instructions I gave it is transcribe the attached in Gemini. Okay, so let's go look at that. This is Google Gemini, and here is that piece that I put in. It says transcribe the attached, and this is what it gives you. Okay, now let's show you how to do that. All I did was take the transcribed attached, which I'm going to cut and paste out of here. So I'm absolutely identical. And then I'm going to do this, and I'm going to upload files. And there's the clipping of the original. Okay. And it comes up like that. And then I go like that. And Gemini and ChatGPT are identical. Now, I haven't done this like this to take and see if there's a difference, but there's not. I don't see a difference. Okay. Okay, I did the same thing in ChatGPT. I said transcribe the attached, and here's how the ChatGPT comes out. Okay. Now, next I asked, oh, well, wait a minute, we're not there yet. Anyway, so you have a ChatGPT that you can see on the screen, and you have a Gemini. And there's differences in the output. There's differences in what they came up with. So and we're reading a Latin here, so you can see the differences, and that's that 40% I keep telling you about. Okay. All right, let's go back to here and see where I'm at. Okay, demonstrate, and I did that. For one reason or another, I chose ChatGPT for the response. I think that Gemini was giving me these things act up at times, and Gemini was giving me an act up. Okay, for translation, the original was in Latin, and then I wanted to take and translate it to to English. So I said, let's go back to here. Yeah, come on. Okay, here we are in Gemini, and I say, please translate the above to English. Never use please. It causes a lot more usage on the AI. And so that came out with this. And that's how I did it. And this is what I copied and pasted. This should be identical to what I copy and pasted on Facebook. Okay, and see, it says illegible down here. So let's go over here and let's see how this works on ChatGPT. And this may be the reason why I chose ChatGPT over Gemini. And it asked me, would you also like to translate to English? And so here it is. And it did try and do that, translate everything that was down here. And then it gave me this information. So it's a little bit more information. So that's how I did it. And then I just copied this and put it back in the Facebook response. Okay. So all I had to do here is say, yes, translate. Over here, I had to give it an instruction to translate. Okay. Nicer in ChatGPT on this particular thing. Okay. My conclusions are that AI is a quick way to get a response. You saw how fast I got a response on Gemini. ChatGPT is just as fast. It suggested transcription of a handwritten document, even in a foreign language, but it still requires extensive editing. Keep that 40 to 80% in the back of your mind. Okay, now I did a video called the German box. Yeah, it looks like I misspelled German on it at one point in time. It's about 4 videos back for those that are looking for it. And so I'm going to take and do that again. I'm going to do those letters again. Now let me show you those letters. This is what those letters look like. First off, it's thin paper and you can see bleed through. Okay. Second off, this is a line across here. That's one line across there. Here's the back side of this document. Oops. Well, I'm going to have to do this way. And you can still see the bleed through from the other side. You can see that it gets real thin down here and so on. Here's the second letter. This is what it looks like. And here's the third, here's the back side of it. So you can see how this isn't necessarily straight lines, especially on this one. Look at this. It goes down through around here, and then you have this piece over here. Okay. So let's take those just for grins and show you what happens when you do that. Okay, please, where is it? Okay. Transcribe the attached. And Control V. So let's take that first letter, which is that image right there. You see it there. And say open. And go for it. Well, it's in there. Based on the letter, here's the transcription. So it's a starting point. And it's actually doing it differently than the first time I did this. So let's do another one. Let's see if it's still there. Okay. Now you saw what we're dealing with. Save the backside now. Open. And hit this arrow. And it's going to do that. You'll see there's dots in here and so on. So and it's trying to take and make it into 2 columns. Didn't do that the last time, so that's kind of interesting. I'm going to have to compare this to the last time. Let's do the third document. This one here. Open that. See how easy this is? And you got something, I consider it like when we were doing graphics in the old days, we used to do a wireframe first, and then we'd fill in the surface on it. Well, this is like a wireframe. And then you got to go through there and you got to know stuff. And this particular document is so important to me. See, Robert is right there. And now I'm the Robert. And so she's talking about me. Okay, let's do one more. And it's this one. And I gotta hit open. I always think it helps to see people do stuff. And that's one reason why I do as much of this as I can. Okay. So it's got an illegible, and then it goes down through what it can say. So this is my grandmother talking to their children. She's on her deathbed. She's dying of cancer, and she's telling her, giving instructions to her children. So while we're here, I'm going to take one of those letters and put it in Chat GPT, just so you can see. Study. and file. And the one I'm going to try is this one here, which is the most complex one. Just do one. And like I said, there's a limit here, and I've already used a couple today. And here's a transcription. And that may have been what I used in the German one. So anyway, that's how I did it. It's relatively easy. I suggest that people play with it. I would enjoy feedback. I've done transcriptions. What have I done? You can come over here and see what you've done. And this is what's in Chat GPT. So I've done quite a few. Wow, I've done a lot more than I thought I had. And but I I took a Thomas McKenty course, and I could tell right off the bat because I did this Life in Evansville, which I'm using in my family story. And that was a Thomas McKenty thing. He does a presentation on doing personal stories using this. And then Gemini, you have to bring this up over here. Oops. And then you got to get on the line. So I've done quite a bit in both of them. A lot of that is my trying to get the sources cleaned up out of my Roots Magic file, which I hope to take and have a video on that soon. Here's my playlist. If you go to it, you'll find other topics that I do, especially if you're new to me. And here's my contact information. Please use the comments most of the time. I put the AOL address up there because some people are not. They don't feel okay with doing comments in the public domain. I prefer the comments so that all my viewers can take and see what other people have to say about what I'm doing. Please subscribe and give a thumbs up if you like what I'm doing. Like I said, I'm not an expert, but I'm trying to put out there what I'm doing and hopefully get enough comments that people do that. If you have additional topics you think I should take, just feel free to take and send them to me. Okay, let's stop the share. And end the thing. And thank you for your time. You have a great day.